Hello and welcome back to Women's Football Talk, the YouTube channel that brings you all the latest news and stories from around the world of women's football. Now, before we get into today's video, make sure you hit that subscribe button and then turn on the notification bell so YouTube knows that you want to be notified whenever I post a video, and it helps the algorithm out. So, we have had a busy week in terms of news. We've had Champions League actions, we've had NWSL trades being named, we've also had the November Player of the Month and Manager of the Month for the WSL announced, and it is a very fixture busy weekend as well. So we'll start off with all the Champions League results from this past midweek. So on Wednesday, we saw Wolfsburg beat Servette Chinois 3-0 with Gilles Roud amongst the goal scorers for Wolfsburg. And the other game in Group A, Chelsea and Juventus finished 0-0. Not obviously the best of results for Chelsea, but it's going to be interesting to see what they can do with one game left of that group stage, as they are top of the group but not 100% guaranteed to be going through. Obviously the main talking point from that Chelsea-Juventus game was the incident where the stupid fan ran onto the pitch and tried to take selfies with players, and then Sam Kerr shoulder barged him onto the floor, and then he managed to get escorted away from the pitch by security, which is crazy that he was allowed on the pitch and put the players' safety at risk. Now, obviously, I'm all for players getting pictures with fans after games or before games if they're there early enough. But you got to take into consideration the player's safety, your own safety, and everyone around you. So just be careful when taking pictures and don't do something stupid like that. Elsewhere, in Group B on Wednesday, PSG beat Zayat Labud 6-0 and Real Madrid won 3-0 in their game against Breda Bilk. And then on Thursday, so last night, Hoffenheim beat Kuya 2-1. Barcelona put 4 past Arsenal. Bayern Munich beat BK Häcken 5-1, and Lyon dominated heavily against Benfica. So we have one set of games left to go in the Champions League group stages before we head to the knockout rounds later on this season, which will be very interesting to see what happens there. We spoke about, or I said in this intro, that there was the Manager of the Month and Player of the Month in the WSL announced. So they are Kelly Chambers, who is Reading manager. She won the Manager of the Month for November. And Jessie Fleming of Chelsea won the Player of the Month. So congratulations to both of them. Now we'll head over to the NWSL quickly before we do the news of the fixtures this week. So there has been a new coach announced in the NWSL for Racing Louisville, and that is Swedish international Kim Björkegren as their new manager. Now, I may have potentially butchered that, but it is Kim Björkegren as their manager, and Orlando Pride announced their manager being Amanda Cromwell from UCLA. So that is all the managerial news there. And then on the trade front, I highly urge you to check out my pinned tweet on my account, that's WF Talk 2020, to keep up to date with all the trades that have gone down in the NWSL before they reopen again. Obviously the main one being that Ashlyn Harris and Ali Krieger have left Orlando Pride and have headed to Gotham FC. So we have had a lot of trades announced over the last week or so as we head towards the start of the expansion draft and then the actual NWSL draft, and prepare for the new season coming up. Right, now time to look ahead to this weekend's fixtures all across Europe, and boy do we have some very good games to look forward to this weekend. We'll start off over in Spain in the Primera Iberdrola. On Saturday we have Athletic Club Bilbao versus Alaves, Levante versus Villarreal on Sunday. So Bilbao, Alaves is the only game on Saturday, the rest are all on Sunday. We have Levante, Villarreal, Valencia, Madrid CFF, Eibar, Granadilla, Tenerife, Rayo Vallecano, Real Betis. We have El Clasico as Real Madrid host Barcelona, Real Sociedad play Sporting Huelva, and Sevilla play Atletico Madrid. Now, obviously, Real Madrid versus Barcelona is always a big game. However, Real Madrid obviously aren't having the best of seasons, so it should be a comfortable win there for Barcelona. Elsewhere, we head over to Italy next and look at their fixtures this weekend. We have Pomigliano versus Napoli on Saturday, Hellas Verona Sampdoria also on Saturday, and Inter Milan versus Sassuolo in a very, very interesting game there as second take on fifth. Elsewhere, we have the Rome derby as Roma take on Lazio on Sunday, Empoli take on Fiorentina, and Juventus take on AC Milan, so first versus fourth there. Then over to the Netherlands, we have 2 games tonight and 2 games on Sunday. Tonight's games see Feyenoord take on PEC Zwolle, Den Haag take on Excelsior Barendrecht, and then on Sunday, Heerenveen versus PSV and VV Alkmaar versus Ajax. Over in the German Bundesliga, so the Frauen Bundesliga, tonight sees Freiburg take on Cologne at 6:15 UK time, so 7:15 Central European time, and then on Saturday we have one game as Bayer Leverkusen take on Wolfsburg, which should be a really good game there, and then the other 4 fixtures on Sunday see Sand take on Hoffenheim, Turbine Potsdam take on Bayern Munich, Carl Zeiss Jena versus SGS Essen, and Werder Bremen versus Eintracht Frankfurt. And then in the French league this weekend we also have Fleury 91 versus ECFF, Saint Etienne versus Stade de Reims, Soyuz Charentes versus Montpellier, Dijon versus Guingamp, PSG versus Bordeaux, and Paris FC versus Lyon. All games taking place Sunday 11:45 UK time, so that is 12:45 Central European time. And a final look at the WSL fixtures this weekend. The games we have are Reading versus Chelsea on Saturday at 11:30 UK time, and then on Sunday we have Brighton Manchester United at 12:30, Everton versus West Ham at 1 o'clock, at 2 o'clock we have Birmingham Manchester City, at 6 o'clock we have Aston Villa Tottenham, and then at 6:45 we have Arsenal versus Leicester. So they are your fixtures this weekend all across the big leagues in Europe. Right, that is all the time we have for this week. We'll be back at the start of next week to wrap up all the talking points from this weekend's action and any other news stories that come out from around the world of football. Until then, like I said at the start, make sure you like, comment and subscribe, turn on post notifications so you never miss a post, and until next time, we'll see you soon.